Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor. Had a long and
Yeah. Don't move a finger. Oh, fine. Surrender. You committed a crime and I'm arrested. What do you think you're doing? Don't you know? Well, you won't forget. Oh well. You've paid for your crime. Well, I never.
Yeah.
God be with...
I have that book from Hanish for you.
Great work. Here's your well-earned reward. I got a down payment, and the buyer will be gnawing his nails by now. I'm glad I won't let him down. Good luck, then.
About betting on the...
I'm glad to... Bets off, then. Take care.
Yeah.
Well then,
I'd like to enroll in the...
all right. As long as you've got the enrollment stake, Sir Hanish's rule is every contestant has to put up 3 score grosh.
Of course.
I'll write your name down. And I need to know what weapon you choose.
Longsword. I reckon it's what I'm best at.
Good. Get yourself ready. You're next in line. Entering the arena now will be Stenyek, apprentice to the rattay scribe. And he will face Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Rattay Kubla. Let us wish the combatants luck. The combatants have entered the arena and the first duel may commence. We will witness a duel with longswords.
Guns!
Will engage in a duel with warhammers and shields. face in this round will be Mikhail Obyanovitz, spearman of the Lords of Sternberg. And he will face Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Rattay. Let us wish the combatants luck. All is prepared for the first duel. We will witness a duel with longswords.
Are you going to try that? Oh dear, did that? Well landed. Take that! Ha! Yeah! Here! A lei tu fratello! Jesus Christ!
Change weapons for the second bout. The combatants will engage in a duel with warhammers and shields.
Yeah! Hey, hey. Yeah! Bah!
Fighting face to face in this round will be Bowman Richard from the garrison of Sir Divish of Tamburn. And he will face Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Rattay. Let us wish the combatants luck. All is prepared for the first duel. We will witness a duel with longswords.
Fucker! Ow! Bollocks! Fucking hell!
Change weapons for the second bout. Prepare to watch a fierce fight with axes and shields.
God!
Hey,
lost your wind?
We have a victor in the second duel. He is Henry of Skalitz. Lords and ladies, good men and good wives, you have just witnessed the final duel in today's rattay tourney, for which we all owe gratitude to Sir Hanush of Leipa. All glory to the victor, Henry of Skalitz, man-at-arms in the company of Sir Radzik Kobila. His prize will be given to him by our gracious Sir Hanush.
Mother of God!
Here, Henry. Your prize.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You've earned it. Farewell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a look at these cucumbers. They'll stay burnt off.
God be with you. Good luck to you.
Let's talk. Is it? Sin-
Farewell.
Let's have a word about.
Aye. See.
Good day to you.
Let's have a word about...
Yeah.
Good day.
Any work for me here?
That depends.
What?
I said, how's your hearing?
It's perfectly fine. You don't have to scream at me. I mean, why are you at...
Because there is this one little job going. But I need someone who knows...
I ought to be able to handle that.
Fine. So here's the problem. My friend is a birder, and he left a few rare nightingales with me for safekeeping. They're good to trade. Rich gentlemen hang them caged up in their chambers. It keeps their wives from fretting when they're off drinking and wenching.
I see.
The trouble is, the nightingales are gone. I don't know how, but the birds have flown.
Hang on, surely you're not asking me to go flapping around looking for birds?
Not exactly. Luckily, their wings are clipped, so they won't be far, and the watchman in the tower told me they headed off toward Brannick. I have traps prepared. It should be easy enough to catch them in those.
Fine, but how will I know where to put the trap?
I hear they like pine woods, and there's a pine-covered hill just before
Right, a bloody great wood.
That's just why you need to listen out. Nightingales have a distinctive song. When you hear it close by, you set a trap on the spot. They kept twittering away the whole time they were here, so I can remember the tunes. I'll sing them to you.
I can't wait.
It went something like this.
What? People keep birds like that in their houses? It's like the sound a cat makes when you pull it by the tail.
You know how it is. The gentry's got all manner of odd tastes. The question is, can you remember it?
Can you repeat that?
Of course. Remember it now?
Can you repeat that?
Of course. Remember it now?
Yes, I'll remember.
Right. Here are the traps. Don't forget, once you hear a nightingale, set a trap nearby. He ought to be caught in it after a while.
I'll do that.
May the Lord watch over you.
Can we do something? Agree?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Sure. Farewell.
Let's have a word about. Is it?
Take care now.
Can we do something?
What? What?
Hey, hold right there. Show me what you have on you. What's with you?
orders of...
As you wish.
Ah! A good thing I stopped you. This is clearly stolen. Now you can enter...
feel quite hungry.
Are you looking for something?
Yeah.
What in the... Jesus! Hey, what are you doing? Hail the conquering hero.
Matthew and Fritz send their regards.
They survived. My God, I'm glad. They helped me out a lot. And where did you see them?
In Sasau. I bumped into them in front of the tavern. Where else?
And how are they doing?
They're doing fine. The monks brought them back to health. But they don't have work, and they're in debt. You wouldn't happen to know of any jobs going for two lazy carpenters?
Not here. And I think it will be the same in all of Rattay. It's overcrowded with refugees and they're all looking for work.
That's bad. Those two need work badly. To keep them out of mischief. You know what they're like.
I do indeed. Try the mills in the smaller hamlets. The miller in the Dechko is old. Maybe he could use some strong hands.
I will. Thanks. I've brought you something. Do you want something?
I'd like to ask a favor of you, Hal.
Of course. What is it?
I heard you're picking people to carry water. No one needs the job more than Antonia.
Adam never mentioned any Antonia.
I'm not surprised. But Antonia really needs that job.
Can she cook?
What's that got to do with carrying water?
Nothing, but there's a cook's job going too. Much easier than hauling water.
I don't know how good a cook she is, though. You'd better ask her yourself.
Do you think she'll be able to handle carrying those buckets? It's quite far, and up that hill.
She's no princess. She's tough enough.
All right, all right. I'll bear it in mind.
Bear it in mind? What does that mean?
It means I'll think about it. The bailiff has the last word.
Well, if he's got something against giving the job to a woman, then try and get Vincent in at least. He might not have anyone on their deathbed, but his mother has no one else. Well, you're a son.
I'd like to know... That's all. So, how have you been?
I can't stop thinking about Skalitz.
I know. It was hell. But life has to go on. Why not clear your head and try to forget about it? At least for now.
What do you mean?
Do you feel like a walk?
That's not a bad idea. It's getting too late now. But if you pick me up during the day, I'll be glad to take a walk with you.
As her ladyship commands?
You jester.
Rider!
My respects to you.
What are you hanging around for? Don't you have any work to do?
No, I don't. Sigismund's marauders took everything I had and reduced me to beggary.
What's it about?
Since I lost everything, I've been doing whatever I could to survive. Only I got caught with my hand in someone else's pocket. And since then, I can't even set foot on the square without the catchpoles pouncing.
So you're a pickpocket? All right, get to the point, but keep...
My honestly begged groschen were taken from me by that bastard of a guard, Pazdera. He claimed I stole them. Well, if you can get them from his pocket back into mine, where they rightfully belong...
All right, I reckon
Everything he has on...
It all sounds a bit fishy.
Well, take it or leave it. But if you get my money back from Pazdera the guard, I'm sure I can put some more work your way. Good luck to you.
Stop right there. I have to search you. Are you deaf?
What's going on?
For security.
If you insist.
All's well.
Is that some new kind of game?
got your coin.
I'd like to see that bastard's face when he finds out it's gone. I'll give you some of the groschen back, like I promised. And I've got another job for you.
What's this other job, then?
Everywhere you go here, you'll see wretches like me. Poor souls that don't have a pot to piss in and have to beg. Then take a look and rattay at all the gentlefolk with their noses in the air, looking out only for themselves with not a moment's thought for the poor. Well, from one fine lady, you could get alms to feed the whole lot of us here.
Alms for everyone? That would be quite a purse. But I'll see what I can do.
That's the spirit. In return, I'll teach you something useful, and you'll get a share too, of course. Good luck to you.
Here's your groschen.
Good. Keep half for your effort. Interested in another job?
You mentioned another job. I'm all ears.
Aye. There's a good widow living in squalor with us in the camp. She sold the last memento she had of her sainted mother to a moneylender so she could feed her young ones. And now she's so torn with regret, she can't sleep nights.
You want me to get this memento back?
Just so. I'd do it myself, only I can't show my face in the town square without the catchballs kicking my arse. Steal her ring back from that usurer, Wolf from Bruda. You can pick your own reward while you're at it. He's so rich it ain't decent.
I'll be right back.
Good luck to you.
I've got that ring.
Ha! That'll bring tears of joy to that poor widow. I hope you filled your own pocket while you were at it. You're a handy lad. You could be king of all the thieves in Rattay.
What else have you got for me?
Something really special this time. There's a stuck-up cloth merchant from the Dechko who comes to Rattay from time to time. The bastard claims poverty is God's punishment on us for our sins. I'd like to show him what God's punishment looks like. Now, if you were to lift his guild seal from his pouch, he'd never live down the shame of losing it once the guild gets wind of it.
The mills of God grind slowly but surely, eh?
And we'll help them along. As a reward, I'll get you something really wonderful. Just wait and see.
I'm on it.
Take care now.
What do you want from me now?
How does life in Rattay suit you?
It'd be fine if we didn't have to sleep in hovels and beg for alms. And the bailiff is always on our backs, the bastard. But what can we do?
What do you want?
I want to work. And I heard you're the one in charge of giving out jobs, not the bailiff.
It's true. Do you know how to cook? If you know how to make food for nobles, then I might have something for you.
Where would I learn to cook food for nobles? I want to carry water.
But Alex has already picked people who want to carry water.
He didn't ask me, though. So I came here myself.
Look, I already have more people than jobs. You're a bit late.
But I really need a job.
Well, so does everyone else around here.
None of them has a husband on his deathbed.
He's dying.
He's badly wounded. So poorly he's been in his bed for weeks. Unconscious most of the time.
Sorry to hear it.
I already owe the apothecary a small fortune. And he won't lift a finger for us now.
All right. I'll think about it and talk to the bailiff.
And you'll tell him to take me, right? God bless.
Good health to you.
You hear about the water carrying?
Aye. I can hold water all day long.
So, do you want the job? There's plenty of other folk that will take it if you don't.
I do. I want it. What do I have to do?
So you're keen on carrying water?
I've been keen on it since I got up this morning.
And you had another job before this morning, or what?
No. I was...
That's enough for now.
So, we're agreed then? When do I start working?
Look, the bailiff is the one who will decide after I report back to him.
So, I might not get the job? I'll be in the shit if I don't. Understand?
God be with you. Jesus Christ be praised.
You're here about the water cap.
How? Where do I get some...
Hold your horses. We haven't decided yet who gets the job.
What for? I can handle the job.
What trade did you do before?
I worked in the mines, at the winch. You've heard of Thunder the winch, right? Strong as a...
Ah, the name sounds familiar. You were one of the new miners, weren't you?
I was. I came last autumn. The winter was mild enough to work the mines, and I showed
We're not finished yet. Are you here because you want to carry water?
Well, I'd rather be back at the winch. Turning it so fast I'd make everyone's heads. But now I want to carry water at least, since there's some money in it.
Well, there's also the option of carrying, shit.
Not a chance. I'm not carrying any shit around. And if anyone tries to make me, I'll break his legs.
And what if I told you that you get double the pay?
Didn't I mention something about breaking legs?
You did? But more money?
I wouldn't be toned to the winch anymore. More like toned to the stench.
I know everything I need.
So, can I...
Not yet.
Well,
I'll bear that in mind.
May the Lord watch over you.
Besides water, you could carry...
What? Carry? That'd be a new one for me. Though, it's not a thing I'd go around boasting.
Besides water...
What? That'd be... No.
That's enough for now.
So...
Look, the bailiff is...
So... May the Lord watch over you.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Are you here on account of the water carrier?
Yes, I am.
Nice to meet you. I'll ask a few questions and we'll...
Fine.
So you're probably here about carrying water?
I want to carry water.
That's all? You've nothing more to add?
That's what's needed.
What did you do before this?
I work for my father.
Doing what? Who's your father?
He was Moimir.
Really? His farmhands came to the tavern a lot, but I never saw you there.
I don't go to taverns.
How are you holding up?
Well, I'm alive. But I miss my father. And the farm, too. But Ma says there's no use dwelling on it. Life must go on.
That's enough for now.
God be with you.
You're all we need, right?
You? What do you want from me? I'd like to talk... That's all I need to know.
Good luck, then. Sure.
So tell me.
I was a miner, then a farm laborer.
Quite the factotum, aren't you? Was none of those jobs good enough for you?
I liked them all. But they were always sending me to do something else. Pickman, they'd say. Leave this and go and do...
Pickman. That's your name?
Actually, my real name's Vassel. But they call me Pickman.
Is that German?
No. It's from when I was in the mines. Digging with a pick.
How are you holding up?
What can I tell you? I've seen...
That's enough for now.
So,
Look, the bailiff...
so... May the Lord watch over you.
What happened with the bailiff? He couldn't get a word out of anybody.
That peacock, what was strutting up and down and shouting at everyone? He told me he'd no time to listen to a buffoon like me. So I shut my mouth.
Well, I could...
Fair enough.
No, you dolts. It's just a saying. Like I do something for you. Treasure, eh? I'll tell you...
If you don't want to hear about it...
So tell me.
I was a...
Quite the fact. Right. That's enough for now.
So, we're...
Look, the bailiff...
Good luck to you.
Can I ask you again?
If you really...
And how are you holding?
Not very well.
Sure.
What for? They'll get the mines running again. And I'll...
And what about soldiering? That's real.
It is. And I'd be good at it. When I land a punch, you'd think you were kicked by a horse. Which I once showed to a soldier I fell out with over a game. Only, I'm too smart for so...
No doubt. And how are you holding up?
Not very well. I'll tell you that. I help out with something every once in a while and get some money for it. But it's not enough.
Sure. And have you tried looking?
What for? They'll get the mines running again, and I'll have a real man's job.
It's a shame there isn't any real work for strong men.
Ain't that the truth? But as I've said, the mines will get repaired, and I'll have real...
I heard you lot don't want to talk to the...
I don't know much about that. The others didn't talk to him, so I kept my mouth shut as well. He didn't even really ask me anything anyway. Just mumbled something under his...
I know everything.
You won't forget. Good luck to you.
My respects to you.
You're interested in carrying...
I am. It's about time something good came to decent...
I agree. Now, I'll ask...
What? But I want the work and I deserve it. Keep your questions for good...
What makes you so deserving?
I was the owner of a mine. Well, I had a lease on it. But in our line of work, it amounts to the same...
The chief, eh? But have you ever hauled a bucket of ore up...
There's no hill in a mine. Just a shaft with a winch.
It's hard work carrying water.
So is taking care of a mine.
It's not quite the same thing, is it? You need brawn to carry water, not brains.
I wasn't born a mine owner, you know. I've done my share of hauling.
There's also the option of, emptying latrines.
Are you trying to insult me? That's no job for a decent Christian.
True. That's why it pays double.
Double, hey? Well, that's not bad, but, for a man of my stature, no doubt there are more needy souls. Double.
That's enough for now.
May the Lord watch over you.
Good day to you.
You're one of the people...
Well, Alex told me that I'm supposed to ask about a job carrying water. Peter. But everyone calls me Rock. There was more than enough Peters in the mines, and not just in the mines.
At the mines? So you're a miner?
That's right. I worked in the East Shaft, and I hope I'll be working there again. Now that I think of it, have you heard anything from their lordships? When will they open the mines again?
I wouldn't worry. They won't let a source of silver just sit there. As soon as this thing blows over, they'll open it up again.
God willing, I hope you're right.
There's one more option.
What? For the knacker?
It's a job.
But what would people say? I need money badly, but I couldn't go back to mining after that.
But it will be twice the pay.
The money would help, true enough. What about afterwards? I don't want to be carrying shit all my life.
Look at it this way. You'll earn double the money in the same time, or the same money in half the time. That's not bad, is it?
Well, you have a point. I could get it over and done with quickly, and... All right, I'll...
Good. I'm sure you won't regret it. That's enough for now.
God be with you.
Kettles for water, baskets for goods, and torches for the night.
Let the perpetual light shine upon them. What are you here for? God bless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God be with...
Will you teach me? I want to achieve... Isn't that...
Agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm? Huh?
God watch over you, good night, especially in these dark times.
The herbalist Kunhuta sent me. I'm here because of the ghost.
You don't look like you know a thing about ghosts. Why didn't she come herself? Why did she send someone so young instead? Do you know anything?
Listen, you want to get rid of a ghost, don't you? If the answer is yes, then stop talking.
Fine, fine. I didn't think I was talking that much.
What exactly's been going on?
It happens at night. Every night now an apparition comes to me and I can't get a wink of sleep. I can't take...
Whose ghost is it?
His name was Alois and had a farm not far from Ledechko. A few years ago, his farmhouse burned down with him in it.
I've heard that people who die such horrible deaths seldom rest in peace. Why do you think he chose you of all people?
How am I supposed to know? Maybe because we're neighbours. We grew up together as children.
I suppose that... Where is Alois buried? For the exorcism, I'll need...
He's laid to rest in the Sasau cemetery by the wall. His grave is a bit overgrown with vine. I've been there a few times for a visit. The first day he appeared, I prayed at his grave, but he came again just as...
I know everything I...
Then for God's sake, perform... God bless.
Good health to you.
Teresa, the millmaid, sent me. She said you could use some help.
Some extra pairs of hands would be useful.
My friends, two survivors of Skalitz, are looking for work.
And why should I take them?
They're experienced carpenters.
Why not? Carpenters would be helpful. There's a lot of work here at the mill, and I'm not as spry as I used to be. Thomas, my foreman, tries his best, but he ain't up to that kind of work. But they aren't idlers and drunks, are they? I only take in people who are willing to do...
They're good men, from Skalitz. Basically your neighbours. You have to help them.
That's God's own truth. Love thy neighbour as thyself. Tell them I'll give them a chance. We'll talk about pay and a roof over their heads when they get...
Take care now.
I'm honored.
I'd like to discuss... Jesus Christ.
May the Lord watch over you.
Let's talk about... Yeah. Sakra. It's hellishly deep here. I've got that seal for you. But you look like you've taken a bit of grinding in the mills of God yourself.
True enough. I tried my luck and got caught. Sorry, lad, but I've nothing to give you for that seal. Try selling it to one of the millers. I'm sure you can get a tidy sum for it.
I better be on my way before someone sees me with you.
Good luck to you, lad. And don't get caught and end up like me. I'll try my luck in other parts.
Stop. I need to search you. Hey.
What?
For security.
What's that to do with me? Don't you know who I am?
Right. That is,
Yeah.
God save you.
I've got some goods.
All right. Good luck then.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
What do you want?
What's happened here?
Things are bad. Very bad. First we get attacked by them brigands, barely come out of that alive. And now, the plague.
Plague, you say?
Indeed so. Something's up with the village. Even the livestock are dying. It's a gruesome sight.
I heard the bandits didn't get very far here.
Luckily, young Straw saw them still over by the cross and woke the whole village. We even captured one. He's tied up now at Melikar's place. But then...
Who attacked you?
I don't know. Some bandits. Ever since Skullets was raised, they've been marauding the whole province.
Did you put up a fight?
We most certainly did. Once Melikar heard young Straw shouting to the hills, he handed everyone a pitchfork or a flail, and we ambushed them.
Good on you. How did it turn?
We gave them what for until they turned tail and ran. But they cut up young Straw, something awful. He didn't live to see morning.
Who are Melikar and...
That's right, you're not from around here, are you? Melikar's the one looking after things round here now. Before that, it was down to Smill from the Neuhoff stud. But they killed him that time they raided the place. And young Straw is the son of Andrew. Or was, I should say. The bandits saw to that. His old man isn't taking it.
Where will I find Melikar?
If you stand at the main gate of the stables and look across the road, Melikar's is the house on the...
I'd like to talk to Straw.
I see. Well, if you stand at the main gate of the stables and look across the road, you'll see Straw's house.
Tell me more about this plague. It sounds terrible.
Worse than you can imagine. The whole stud, livestock, sheep, chickens, all dead or dying. No doubt the people will be next. Melikar's old woman's taken to her bed, and it doesn't look good.
I'm sorry to hear it. I'm looking for Matthias. He works as a stable hand at the stud farm.
Matthias. The brigands got him. Poor lad. He's lying wounded at the...
Thanks.
Yeah.
I need to talk to that captive.
Sorry, no one's allowed inside.
But I'm Sir Radzig Cobbler's envoy, and I urgently need to question the captive.
I don't care if you're the Pope's envoy. I can't let you in. If you want to talk to the captive, you have to get permission from Melikar. Goodbye.
Where's your torch?
Are you Melikar?
Aye, that's me.
I need to speak with the prisoner.
And why is that? Who might you be?
Henry, envoy of Sir Radzig Cobbler. I'm here to investigate the attack.
I'm sorry. I have other things on my mind right now. In case you hadn't noticed, we have pestilence raging here. And Sir Radzig won't help us with that. Any more than he helped us when we were attacked.
No news has reached Rattay of any disease here. But I'm here now, and I can help you.
Well, since you serve Sir Radzig, you might be of some use. If anyone can be.
Tell me what to do.
There's a stable hand living with us here, Matthias.
Yes, I know him.
And he knows some girl who helps out in the monastery infirmary. Johanka, I think her name is. She might know someone, if she's actually there.
Very well. I'll go to the monastery. It's probably our best.
Thank you. At least for taking the trouble. But then, even if you cared nothing for us, the prisoner's got the pestilence too.
If I have to go to the monastery, I need to know as much as possible about the disease. I'll definitely need to know its symptoms. They're bound to ask me that.
It's hard to say. My wife is feverish. Others have the chills. I heard some are throwing up. Others still are breaking out in sores. But why don't you see for yourself? People talk a lot and I don't know what to believe.
Very well, I'll make...
I've daubed lime on the afflicted houses. But don't stay too long in the...
That...
God be with you.
No, let me sleep.
Hal? You're a sight for sore eyes. What are you doing here?
It's good to see you too, Matthias. Sir Radzig sent me here to investigate the raid.
Sir Radzig? Looks like you've come up in the world, mate. You're here as his envoy?
He took me into his garrison.
Hal the blacksmith's boy in the service of his lordship. Who'd have ever thought it? My luck hasn't been so good.
You survived. That's something to thank God for.
True enough. If I were in your shoes, I'd get the hell out of here. There's some disease spreading.
Disease?
Folk are saying it's the plague. Whatever it is, it's bad. It started the day after the raid. First the horses got sick, then other animals, and now people are falling ill too.
Oh, damn! Are you alright?
Well, at least I haven't caught the sickness.
But you've been hurt?
It happened during the raid. One of those damn bandits fell on me, horse and all. My arm's badly broken, but better than a broken neck.
Tell me about the raid.
What do you want to know?
I hear one of the raiders was taken captive. I'd like to question him.
Aye, old Melachar let him have it over the head with a flail, and now he's locked up in the barn. But
why's that?
That fucker killed young Straw, and his old man's sharpening his sickle for him. Melachar still hasn't decided what to do.
I can tell you what he'll do with him. He'll hand him over to Sir Radzig's envoy.
I doubt Melachar will let him go willingly. The folk here are baying for blood. Lives have been lost. First the raid, and now this plague. God knows what they'll...
Can you describe the raiders?
I don't know. They came at dusk, so you couldn't see their faces. About 20 of them. They weren't humans, though. They spoke Czech. No. They were shouting at us. They were very sure of themselves to begin with, but when we hit them in the woods, they didn't look so brave.
I know you've got courage enough for any man, but how did a bunch of untrained villagers manage to hold off armed...
One of the village lads caught sight of them coming through the woods and told Melachar, who roused the whole village, and everyone grabbed what they could. Pitchforks, axes, flails, and we went out to face them.
What? You mounted an assault against them?
Aye, and that was the key. It was the last thing those whoresons expected. A few of them still managed to break through to the village, probably wanted to torch it. But even the women here were armed with what they could find, and they took the bastards by surprise.
About this sickness. When did this plague...
The day after the raid. The horses were lying down in the stable, so we knew something was up. By afternoon, they were all dead. Then other animals started getting sick, one after the other.
What are the signs that someone's...
I don't leave the house much, but folk complain of fever and shakes. Some are throwing their guts up, and others are spewing from the other end.
Has anyone died from it?
Aye, old Verba. Although he was already on his last legs, so no one knows for sure if it was the plague. Either way, the animals are dropping like flies, and people will end up the same.
Who's ill now?
I don't know. What with my arm the way it is, I don't go outdoors much. But I know Melachar and Straw have sick ones at home.
Can I ask you a bit about Mer?
I haven't been here long enough to learn much, but ask away.
Can you tell me something about old Straw?
He's a woodcutter, tough as they come, and a hothead. He's been out of his mind since his boy died.
It's normal to grieve.
Depends how you look at it. Folk are afraid he'll snap or drink himself to death. What's worse, his wife caught the sickness, and he's not taking care.
Where can I find this?
When you take the main gate out of the stables, you'll see 2 cottages outside. Straw lives in the right-hand one.
What's Melikar like?
The locals look up to him. Smill used to be in charge here, but he was killed in Noy.
I know.
Sir Hanush hasn't had time to appoint a new vassal, and folk need someone to speak for them.
Thank God you had someone here who could take...
Aye.
What's Melikar?
The locals look up to him. Smill used to be in charge here, but he was killed.
I know.
Brother,
Yes, it's...
everyone is nearly here. We need to get to Skalitz for the... Wait, you're not my brother? You're one of those brutes, brother!
Brother, don't you recognize me? I was gone for a long time. I've come...
Yes, I'm thirsty. Terribly thirsty. Please. I feel like I'm...
May the Lord watch over you.
Leave me be. I want to sleep. Why are you waking me? Go away.
What? Have you come for my wife? You're out of luck. I'm old Straw, don't you know? Straw! You've taken my son. But you shan't take my wife. You bastard.
I've come to help your wife.
To help her over to the other side. Isn't that God's own truth?
I don't have time to explain everything to you. I need to...
So you don't have the time? Come here, you fucker. Now then.
Fever. Just like Melichar's wife.
Leave me be.
What are you here for? Goodbye.
No. My God. No. Let me sleep.
Jesus, lad, what are you doing here? Can't you see the plague cross on the...
I'm here because of it. The monastery sent me to help.
God bless you, boy. It's about...
I need to know exactly what you're suffering.
Oh, I see. Well, I have a dreadful fever. My wife, too. I recall almost nothing of yesterday. I was raving for most of it.
Is there anything else? Apart from the fever?
Well, forgive me for saying so. The shit just pours out of me. I can't keep anything in. I'm completely worn out.
You have my thanks.
Wait a minute, will you? I have one favor.
Meg.
So tell me.
I need to write my will.
I might manage that.
Excellent. So get...
Yes?
I, Vincent, son of Vincent, grandson of Vincent of Mehoyed, do bequeath my estate and all my worldly goods to my wife Wilma. If my wife were to pass away with me...
Mm-hmm.
Mother of God.
I bequeath all to my cousin Dobesh, at this time the cobbler in Yanovit.
In no event shall my prodigal son Eliah, the layabout and good for nothing, inherit a single groschen. All customs and tradition.
Should I write that too?
Yes. And then write, the executor of my last will is to be my good friend, Father Fabian, presently the parish priest at the Church of... This will was written down by... What is your name?
Henry. Presently in fealty to Sir Radzig...
Well, I never. That will add some weight.
Yeah,
Here, take my ring, so Fabian will know it to be truly from me. You can never be sure.
Your son Elijah.
Christ almighty. Trying to interfere, are you? What did he do? Everything. He was to be married, and instead he ransacked the house and ran off. The little fucker. Last we heard he was some jackhand in Sasso. Boozing, playing dice, lying and cheating for a living.
Where can I find
Well, where do you think? It's in my...
All right.
Yes. Go now.
God. No. Let me sleep.
God be with you.
What happened here?
Horror of horrors, Master. We were attacked by some...
Jesus Christ.
That's right. The Almighty has sent this...
And the disease? Tell me.
I don't want to tempt fate by talking about it. Makes me shudder to think of it. There's not much to tell anyway. It hit us just after that rabble left. First the horses died, then livestock, and now it's people.
Thank you. That's...
God bless.
Leave me be, all of you.
Fever. Just like Melichar's wife.
God, what are you punishing me?
Who are you? Can't you see we have the plague cross on the door?
My name is Henry. I'm going to the monastery to get help.
It's long past time. The Lord's already taken my poor... And what do you want from me?
I need to know how the illness afflicted your husband.
Yes, I'll tell you everything. But first help me bury my husband. I'm too weak. And Melichar said the dead should be buried at once.
Of course I'll help you.
Thank you. We have to bury him at the back of the house. There's a lovely
I understand. I'll dig the grave there.
Thank you. When you're ready, come back. Why has this happened? Why?
Will you please tell me about...
Certainly. My husband had the fever all over.
Anything else?
He had great pains in his belly. He said it felt like it'd been stuffed with rocks. He was writhing all night through. It must have hurt.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Ah! Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Everything for the house, garden, and field.
Yeah.
Ezt nem csináltad jól. Na mi van? Megérte ez neked? Beszarás! És pont amikor kedvem lenne valakiből kiverni a lelket.
Kit nem látod? Megjött a mulatság.
A picsába veled.
Basszás! Hagyd abba!
Yeah.
Please, help me.
He just needs to sleep. Johanka?
Henry?
I'm glad to see you.
Me too. I heard that you're doing well.
Not right now. Matthias sent me.
Matthias? My god, did something happen?
I don't know if you've heard about it, but Merhoyed was attacked.
Oh god! How is Matthias?
Wounded in the arm. He's being brave about it, but his injury looks bad.
I need to see him.
Before you go, there's something else.
What?
Please.
Some kind of disease has taken hold in Merhoyed. Their livestock has died off, and now the people are coming down with it too. I thought maybe someone here might know what to do.
Merciful heavens. How awful. It's a good thing you've come here. If there's any hope, this is the place to find it. You need Brother Nicodemus, the monastery. He may know how to deal with it.
Very well.
Come back when you know.
Thank you, Johan.
Please, help me.
Some kind of disease has taken hold, and Johanka said that you might be able to
A disease, you say? How intriguing.
Yes, it's very interesting, but can you help these people?
I can't say at this point. I need to find out a little. Tell me, has the whole village come down?
No, I mean, not yet. Several households have, around half the village.
Merhoyed? Isn't there a stud farm there? And what of the animals? Did they get it?
Yes, there's a stud farm. And they've all died off. The horses, the cattle, chickens, and now it's got to the people.
That is most in. What are we to do about? Do you know the symptom?
Yes, more or less.
Quiet!
Excellent. I have several extensive volumes here in the library. Describe the epidemic, including the symptoms, and we could take some guidance there. Can you read?
Yes, I can.
Excellent. So follow me to the scriptor.
So, where shall we...
Evidently there's something amiss in the digestive tract.
In the what?
The digestive tract, Henry.
Right.
The trouble lies between the mouth and the arsehole.
Uh-huh.
We can rule nothing out at this stage. You look in the Breviarum de Sickness Causa. It's a renowned manuscript from Salerno, written by one Johann of...
But I don't know Latin.
Fortunately for you, our brother librarian is translating these momentous medical works into the common tongue, so you can still study the breviary carefully and compare the symptoms with the recorded cases. I'll try the proven classics, Avicenna and his Canon Medicinae, and Galen's magnum opus, the Ars... Take care now.
just won't get any sleep.
I think I have it.
Yes?
It's poisoning from tainted water.
Really? That sounds rather unlikely. But if Master Johann of St. Paul's says so, who am I to contradict? We shall have to prepare some medicine at once.
I could help with that.
Really?
Yes. I know my way around the alchemistic arts.
An ordinary fellow who knows the arts of physic? Who would have thought it? Excellent. I'll give you the recipe, and you have my permission to make use of the monastery laboratory.
I'll get started right away.
I, meanwhile, shall head straight to, where was it again?
Merhoyed.
Oh, yes, Merhoyed. I'll take Johanka with me. She has no equal in caring for the sick. Once you have the medication ready, hurry after me.
Thank you, Brother Nicodemus. There's one man there who needs your care more urgently than anyone. He's an important witness in the investigation of some murders.
Out of the question. I shall spend time with the sick in order of their medical needs, not your worldly needs.
God be with you.
Quiet!
Please.
again. I won't get any sleep. I just won't get any sleep. I can't sleep again.
So here I am.
It doesn't look good at all, my boy. Do you have the potion?
Yes, here it is.
I'll take 4 doses, you take the rest, and let's split up. I'll see to the Straw family while you deal with Melikar's wife and the... They wouldn't let me go near that prisoner. They want him to suffer. Despite his terrible crimes, to treat a fellow...
Perhaps I'll be able to convince them. I promised I'd bring them help, and I've kept my word. They must let me go to it.
I hope so, but in the short while I've been here, I found the locals to be rather stubborn.
May the Lord watch over you.
I brought some help, as promised. Will you let me see the prisoner?
I will let you, I will. Of course I will. My boy, if you've really brought a potion to rid us of this scourge, I'll let you do anything.
Whether I've managed to rid you of the scourge, that remains to be seen. It'll take a few days before we...
I know, but even so, just the fact that someone cares, that means a lot to us.
Thanks, Sir Radzig. He's the one who decided to help you.
Sir Radzig is a goodly lord. I swear I'll never utter another word against him. Now open up that Sure. Farewell.
You're back?
Of course. I always keep my word.
I don't doubt that, naturally. Did you deliver my will?
Not as yet.
Then be quick about it. A man on his deathbed...
Don't worry. I brought a remedy from Sasa. Drink this regularly. You and everyone in the house.
A remedy? You have hands of gold. Pure gold, my boy. God bless you.
God be with you. God bless.
Baby.
Brother. Yes, the sled. Just you drink this and you'll be fine.
Is this hope?
It is. Drink some and give it to the others in the house too.
You're back?
Yes, and I have something to make you well again.
Good Lord above. Thank you for showing us your mercy.
Drink this and give it to everyone in the house. I've also brought someone who will take care of you until you get back on your feet.
Thank you, Good Samaritan.
We found out what could be the cause of the affliction.
And?
You should check where your water's coming from. Nicodemus and I think that it comes down to...
It'd be hard to poison the spring, but what about the well? Good Lord, that's difficult to believe.
I have my suspicions.
The bastards weren't satisfied with killing young Straw. The fucking bastards! Take care.
Yeah. Yeah.
take care now.
No. God. No. Let me sleep. What? Please, Agnes. Please. No more suffering.
Well, what do you...
I need to talk to that...
You again. Bye.
I need to talk to that...
Don't push me. I'm not letting you in without permission from Melikar. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Hey, how'd you get so full?
The monastery wants you to pay for treatment. That doesn't sound right.
Leave it be, how?
I won't. What happened?
We might have pummeled his... but don't get involved, Henry. We'll settle it on our...
Wait, who exactly did you pummel?
Well, he kept on bothering us and... in a nutshell, it was his fault and we're not going to talk about it.
But couldn't there be a way to settle it? Maybe he'd let you off the...
There isn't.
Don't be a twat, Fritz. The two of you are up to your necks in shit, and you're gonna play tough instead of seeing sense.
Go to hell, Henry. You and Elias. You're one as bad as the other.
You're good for nothing, you wretch. I'm not the one who's jobless and almost dying of hunger.
Now you've done it. God be with you. God damn! Hey, how'd you get so fucked up?
I want to get better.
Certainly.
I'd like to practice.
Oh. Nah. God be with you. Good day.
I want to get better. I'm interested in...
Oh.
Isn't that...
Farewell.
want to get better. I'd like to... Well...
Take care now.
The miller and Ledechka.
You really found work?
Of course. I couldn't bear to look at those sour faces of yours.
Thanks, Henry. The reward we talked about, well, we haven't got 2 groschen to rub together.
Nah, that doesn't matter. You'll pay me when you have it.
That we will. Stop by and visit us in a week. We'll pay you back as soon as we... God be with you.
Yeah.
Father, when do you plan to return to...
I beg your pardon. Why do you...
Your housekeeper, Agnes, is in Rattay and doesn't want to work for anyone else. She's waiting for your return.
So she survived. Thank the Lord. I prayed for her and all who suffered, but I'm not going back. Tell her I appreciate her concern, but good luck to you.
Father.
What's the matter, Mike?
I'm looking for his son, Elijah.
Ah, yes. Elijah. He's holed up here somewhere. Most likely your...
Thanks for the...
Take care.
At the miraculous items on offer today, for a fraction of their true value. Good day. Take care now. Ladies! Poor or rich?
Found it. Now to pick the flower. Right. Now back to Drahamira so I can get this thing over with.
Mother of...
Garlic, onions,
Take care.
mushrooms and asparagus. Come right up. No need to be shy.
Goodbye.
God preserve you good night.
Bye.
Powder made of the bone.
Coming up.
I'm at your service. Are you playing tricks on me?
Carrots and apples picked today.
Farewell.
Let's talk about...
Problems with stomach ulcers? Buy my potions made from magical herbs plucked from the face of Mount Olympus.
Hit before it goes brown.
If your husband is murdered, come right up. It's a fig for your eyes.
Day. Take care.
I'd like to... Why not? Oh. Take care now. Let's talk about... Is it... What? That... Oh.
What do you need? Farewell.
I'd like to just...
Natural.
We...
Take care.
Let's have a word about the...
All right.
Yeah.
Ow!
Stay. And my respects to
They say you're the best blacksmith in the whole region.
Ah, nothing but old wives' tales. Of course, some of my pieces are broken, but only ever here.
No one's ever returned anything for you to rework, though, have they?
Not that I recall, but I can't remember everything.
I understand. I remember... Father always heated up the iron until it was bright red, just starting to turn bright yellow. The furnace hummed gently and glowed, and then the water hissed. There was sweat on our foreheads, too.
Fine words, and no mistake. I do it a little differently. I heat until the metal is 2-3 shades short of bright yellow. I ease up on the bellows, and after a Lord's Prayer and a Hail Mary, off it goes into the water.
It's strange to think that I'll never help him out with it again. Our forge will stay burned out forever, unless I go back to the trade myself.
It would be a shame not to, lad. Working iron is a worthwhile thing. Godly. It makes life easier for folk. And, let's be honest, you can make a decent living doing it.
And is that all? There's nothing else you do with it?
Well, that depends. I heat it up again after that, but not so it starts to glow. I just hold it like this at the edge of the furnace for a while, and then quench it again.
You quench twice?
Yes, although there's less quenching needed the second time. It doesn't get quite so hot.
And how does that help?
I don't rightly know. I found out about it by chance. I got caught short, needed to piss so bad I left the rod resting by the furnace by mistake. That's how I found out if you quench twice, it doesn't break as easily. No idea why, but I've tried it enough times to know it works.
I'd like to ask you about the tempering process.
And I'd say I've nothing much to tell you. You just need an eye for it and a furnace.
Let's stop talking about tempering. I've heard it said that you're a warlock.
What? Why the fuck would they say that?
They say when you temper steel, you chant spells, and then nothing of yours ever breaks.
Spells? That's a good one. It's no spell, just a rhyme to time myself so I don't hold the steel hair too long. Take care.
Yeah.
Yeah!
How are you?
I'm looking for an odd jobber here. Elijah's his name.
From Merhoyed? Yes, I know. He's sitting outside at the farthest bench.
Thanks.
Are there any problems around?
Well, depends what you're willing. Of course, it's your own Skalitz folk need the most help. There's some of them at the monastery. I talked to Johanka a few times. She's working her fingers to the bone. I'm sure she'd welcome some good Samaritan who'd lighten her. And that's not all. There was one troublemaker around here not long ago. We dealt with him. He was selling some relics he claimed were miraculous. The villagers sent the bloody swindler packing so fast you couldn't see his heels for dust. All the way to Ledechko, I believe. I reckon he won't last long there either. That's all I can think of. Take care now.
Vagabond.
Are you Elijah?
That's me. Why?
I have your father's last will and testament on me.
So my old man's kicked the bucket, has he?
Not yet, but he's at death's door.
That is certainly interesting to hear. But let me ask you this. Who the hell are you and how come you turn up here with father's will? Anyway, the old miser won't leave me even a piss pot.
He's disinherited you. But if you return home, he might change his mind.
Go back home? Not a chance. Let him choke on his bloody money.
People come to see things differently on their deathbed. You might regret that one day.
By Christ, who are you anyway? You sound like a preacher.
You don't have to go back for good, but you ought to say farewell to your father.
To hell with him. I suppose you're right. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Been a pleasure.
Father.
What's the matter, my son?
I'm bringing Vincent's last will and testament.
Almighty Father, be merciful. What?
Master Vincent has been taken seriously ill. A disease...
Yes, I did hear that people are sick in some village hereabouts, but Vincent is still...
Yes?
Let us hope the good Lord will leave him here with us a while longer. Thank you for bringing it to me. If Vincent passes on, I'll see to his wishes. Here, take a few coins.
Thank you, Father.
Been a pleasure.
Yeah.
God be with you. May the Lord watch over you.
Yeah.
The Lord be praised. How many?
I'd like to.
Uh-huh.
I'd like a private bath.
That can be arranged, but you'll pay in advance.
I'm not giving you that.
And how much are you? You are. God bless.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Looking for someone?